So when I got a job, but see, I've not healed. I'm the same charity. We had no esteem.
Yeah.
I'm the same charity. Now I'm working. I have a very good paying job, but I still have no self worth in me. My esteem is very low, and that's why now I fell into this relationship. I fell into a relationship where this guy, I felt he will care for me, he will take good care of me, he will love me, I will be okay with him, and I felt now I am safe. He felt me feel safe. After all these now damages I've gone through, I felt now I'm safe. Someone will love me and someone will care for me. And what? This is where now I got the real heartbreak. So yenye iliparagasha. Yeah, because I knew if I leave this guy, he'll also die. He'll commit suicide. He'd always tell me
Those
if
are the
I
things he used to tell
yes,
you.
he'll tell me if I move on with life, he will commit suicide. If I ever leave him.
So he had found a way, he had devised a way to really keep you around.
Yeah.
He had really controlled you.
I would just stick there no matter what.
If I leave him, he will die.
Yes.
He is still disciplining me to become better.
Yes.
If I go, I am not good enough. I am bad.
Actually, in Mlongewa, I just felt some marks. I still have some marks in my mouth where I remember at this particular point. I don't know what I spoke. I just said and it offended him, and he took an opener. We were in the club and he took an opener and he was screwing it around my mouth.
With an opener?
Yes, and he would hurt me around the jaws here, and I was bleeding and he didn't do anything. Welcome back again to Turning Scars into Stars, and I'll be your host today, Charity Nzuki. So today I'll be the one being interviewed, and I hope I'll be able to share with you some of my scars and the journey on how I turned them into stars, and I hope my story will be of help to you. So Milton,
yes,
kazi kwako.
welcome everybody. Just to jump into the main content of the day without much ado, tell us who is Charity. Tell us who's Charity.
Yeah, first of all, Charity is a Christian.
Wow.
Yeah, I am saved, and I am a wife to one man, and a mother of two. Yeah, I'm a motivational speaker.
Oh.
Yeah, I do talks on relationships, and I'm also a life coach to women. I coach women on matters of how to gain self-respect, self-esteem, self-worth, how to work on yourself, and how to love yourself more. These are the things I do, and that's my career actually.
Wow. I think you might please take us on your background. Tell us about your background, where you come from, how has been your journey. Let's just take us through the journey. Let's see how God has helped you to reach here.
Yeah. I'm born in a family of 5. I have my mom and my dad, and I have a loving family, Christian based, and that's where I was raised. I've gone through my primary school in Oljorok. That's our home actually.
Where?
Oljorok in Nyandarua County.
Nyandarua County, central parts of Kenya.
Yeah.
All right.
That's where I come from, the land of potatoes and milk. Yeah, that's where I come from.
You guys are farmers.
Yeah. That's where I come from, and part of my primary school I was there. Actually, my primary school was there, but in my high school I was in Gilgil. Yeah. From there I went to college in Nairobi. Yeah.
All right. You know, when when you mention about yourself, I didn't hear a farmer, but in your background are farmers. Where did you lose that thing of farming?
I was not. I was okay. We're not actually farming because
But
my mom is working, my dad is
oh,
working, so
all
we were
right,
not. Yeah,
I got you.
yeah.
Oh, all right, all right. So in
And I
your
was raised in church.
oh,
Yeah.
wonderful. So in your journey, I want you to tell us maybe some of the struggles you experienced, especially in high school, things that affect young people, teenagers, youths, high school, part of high school, and after high school, towards college. There, I know that is one age where a lot of people get lost.
Yeah.
They indulge into things, talk of immorality, talk of drug abuse, talk of alcoholism, uh, talk of extremes, getting to relationships that are abusive in nature, and talk of to the extremes to some point where young girls, get pregnant. Some engage in abortion. Some end up even losing their lives in abusive relationships. Some end up in early marriages.
Sure.
Yeah, so I would like you to take us through from high school, maybe challenges you experienced, to post high school, then to college. Yeah, how was your experience in high school? Challenges experienced.
My experience in high school was good, but I was not one of the best students.
Wale machopi.
Yeah, wale machopi,
Oh.
best disciplined, but pia sikuwa danda, si ati nilikuwa hapo
Sio
kwa-
wale wenye mzazi alikuja na akaangalia kwa list ya performance. Yako anaanzia huku chini.
Hapana,
Hakuna
naanzia
haja ya kuanzia-
katikati.
Hakuna haja ya
Naanzia
kwenda huku
katikati.
juu, ni waste of time. Oh, yako ilikuwa
So,
hapa katikati.
yeah,
Average.
hapo katikati.
Alright.
So, okay, as much as I said I was raised in church, in high school, that is where you get other people from other backgrounds who have been raised differently, and that's where you get peer pressure, influence. So in my primary, I was a good girl because I would go to church with my mom. But now here I'm in high school, and I've met different kind of girls from Nairobi, from different parts of the country. And let me say that's maybe my character started changing. And yeah, I was I was one of those students who would miss classes, and that also in high school. That is where I started drinking alcohol.
In high school.
Yeah, in high school.
Jesus Christ. Hallelujah. Usishtuke. Alright. I can
But
relate. Yeah.
actually, my drinking did not actually get more influenced by friends at school, but even back at home, even by my cousins. Yeah, and I would love every parent here who is listening to me today to also be very careful on the poor. I'm not saying my mom was not careful, but what I mean is the people who you least expect to introduce bad things to your kids are the ones actually who do these things. And the people you let in, actually your relatives, it's very important to be careful. Saying people may think it's pride or anything, but at times it's good to just protect your kids and just get used to living as a family, the nuclear family. If you have to visit relatives, just go visit and come back at home. Don't just allow anyone to stay at home, because most people, the people who I feel really influenced me are the people who were around me.
This thing of mtoto akimaliza shule ameenda kukaa sijui quarantine hadi shule
ama
zikifunguliwa.
holidays. Actually mimi sijaenda kukaa kwa mtu, but at our home we had a few of my cousins would come, and I would see them drinking and I would think
it's normal.
Yeah, na kuonjesha tu. Yeah, and from there you go to school and you find other people just like you, and so you form a group and you live it as normal, you see. So as much as parents, we also don't want to talk to our kids about these things. They are there, and it is true that even your child who you think is your baby, who you think is a baby in high school, they are faced with these challenges. It's also in high school that Okay, not necessarily not talking about me, but I will also some of the
sure,
things that
please do.
I'll also found in high school. It's also in high school that we find many challenges like lesbianism. Yeah, these are things that you should also talk to your girls about lesbianism. It is there. Actually, one of these days we'll have a talk on LGBT, and also
Things
in
like
high,
masturbation.
yeah, in masturbation, pornography, this drug abuse. Even apart from alcohol, me, I was in alcohol, but apart from alcohol, even students at school are taking even ban. So these characters, bad characters we see in universities, they begin
In
at high school,
That is the
and
root
some
of it.
even at primary. So it's good to address these issues as they are, no sugarcoating. So from there I went to college. So ile high school ni kuonjaonjeshwa tu. I was not so much into
Deep in
alcohol.
it, yeah.
Ni ile tu kuonjaonja. But now I'm here in college
With all the freedom.
with all the freedom. I'm not with my mom, I'm not with my dad, I'm all alone. No one is asking me where I am, where I'm going, what time I should get into the house. So I'm there and I'm living in the hostel. So that's where it all got worse. Yeah, I was in a hostel at Ngara. I can't remember that.
Which college were you in?
It is RCTFL, regional. It was a tourism.
Oh, right.
Yeah, I was doing tourism at that moment, tourism management. And so when I was there, that's where I really did not even focus more on my studies, because I got myself into bad company, and I was this party girl looking up to. I was just from Monday. I was just there waiting for Friday,
It was like a weekend show.
Yeah, looking up for Friday, when then we go out for clubbing. I was just there partying all the weekend.
It was like a group of girls you were doing it, or
yeah, a group of girls.
Every week
every weekend. I know when you go out on Friday, Saturday, Sunday, so Monday, Tuesday ni hangover.
Yeah.
So you're just so the week is just you cannot even attend classes as you should. You see.
So your week is messed up.
Yeah, your week is messed up. And now I can say that drinking alcohol made me fall also into the wrong relationships, because you know the kind of people you date, you just get them in your circle.
Yeah, the kind of the circle you are in.
I don't expect to get a guy from the choir kwa club. So that guy mwenye tu anakutoa lock, huyo ndo huyo ndo atakukatia. And these are guys bila future, you see. And at that particular time hauna future. So those are the people you relate in. And so you fall into the wrong relationships.
So just to cut you short, so you are in college, and you are with this gang of girls.
Yeah.
And your job is just to party, to go. Like personally, when mwenyewe ulikuwa ukikaa peke yako, why did you ever get to a point where you reflect, at your parents at home? Do they really know what I'm doing in school when they pay school fees? What was really? Did you ever get to a point, where you feel I'm failing?
Yeah, me, I'm one person who have been raised with a lot of love, and I really love my parents because they really raised me with a lot of love. So at some point, I would always feel so guilty.
Yeah.
But I tell you, quitting a group, quitting your friends, it's very difficult. I would struggle with that, because at the back of my mind, I would know that I'm disappointing my mom. She would not expect this from me, but it would be so difficult. It was so difficult, and that's why I don't judge anyone. I don't judge.
So you know that I am not doing the right thing.
Yes, I'm not doing the right thing.
But something is pushing you to do.
But yes, first it's influence.
The influence from the group you are in.
Second, it's the addiction and the happiness you get from that. You know when we're on the other side of salvation, we don't want to admit that in alcohol there's happiness.
There is a kind of enjoyment they have.
You
in that
enjoy
set,
life. I'm telling you enjoy life.
Mhm.
Me, I used to enjoy life. That clubbing and drinking, I know you can't do without that. You get addicted to that pattern. You see, so
you can do anything to get.
It's to
you
get
can even
high.
steal. You can even lie to get money so that you go to enjoy.
Actually, lying, I can lie. I know that. I had lied for several times, maybe to my mom.
Unapigia mzazi mwambie nataka kununua mitochondria.
Hata tuzama unapata boyfriend unamdanganya hadi you are an orphan. So so support me. I go to school and I pay 30K. Boyfriend, I've been there. Yes.
Come again.
Because now these girls, some are from rich families. They have all the money and so they want you to go for road trips. You see, and you have to finance these road trips. So how do you do about it?
You lie.
You have to get a boyfriend to be lying, and and maybe he's sympathetic with you. So
so you are at the point where this thing led you to fall into wrong relationships with people of that same character. Birds of the same feathers. We can talk about that.
Actually, I would only fall for guys who would take me for drinking. Who will call me for outings. These are the kind of guys I would attract. And who would attract me. And I know this led me into making very bad decisions. Yes, and my mom would try and talk to me out of this, but I wouldn't listen. And some of which I regret, some I don't, because they have made me who I am today.
Would you give us a scenario on it, like you are drinking and there is this relationship, you've told us that the kind of guys that you would attract at that time are the people only you are meeting with. Actually, we say that teachers meet in staff rooms, doctors can meet in hospitals, but drunkards meet on the table. So you are on this table, you are drinking. All right.
There is, okay, I'll not say this specific, but I fell into relationships which will just end up in premium tears. Because at the end of the day, this guy, after dating for some time, this guy wants a sober woman.
Honestly,
they will not settle down with you.
By the way,
with a drunkard.
we should tell young girls like that.
You don't settle down. They love you because you are having fun with them.
You can only offer fun. But later on, they will want to settle someone with someone who is straight,
someone who is mature, someone who is working, someone who is educated,
and they see only fun in you. Tell that to young girls.
Someone who has value. These are kind of women they are looking for. So for you, they'll only waste your time.
You are only convenient for the fun.
Yes. So at the end of the days, you just hata utapata tu kadi.
Uko hapo umeweka hopes na alafu unapata invitation.
Hakuna kuambiwa it's over. So you just know it's over. And you see, so this is what you attract and this is what you settle for.
It's sometimes I always tell young girls that we men, there is no day we will settle with someone who we know. I don't want to tie my life around that cycle. Even though I'm a drunkard, I know when time for me to settle down comes, I attend church. Hata kama nikuokoka for some time nijifanye so that I get that church girl. I don't do what she does, but I know she will be the best mom for my kids. But uko hapa club unaturukia, but we know we are entertaining you for that time. But we know when it comes to serious things, when it comes to my life being stable, you cannot handle that. So I will lie to you. I will give you all the happiness you want. I will give you the money. But when it comes to I want to settle down, you will not be in my plans. So to young girls outside there, don't lie to yourself that umse me hapa nimepata maze nikuwestia tu time. When this guy wants to settle down, he will move. maybe you are not among the priorities. You're just there for fun. Sometimes you're just there, to convenient this guy. So please take care of your life.
Sure.
Sure.
Yeah.
Yeah. So you can tell us more about at that time you were drinking. At that time you are just partying, falling into relationships. They are entering into premium tiers, as you just said. And what really was pushing you to come from one? It has ended in tears. Then you find yourself into another. How was your self-esteem at this time? How do you feel your self-worth as a woman kwa hii period? Ulikuwa unafeel aje?
One, what I would say is, after when you're in these relationships, you do them because you feel you cannot be alone, and that is because you are lonely. And alcohol, actually, after taking alcohol, at the end of after taking alcohol, what it makes you, you end up feeling so alone, so lonely, so depressed, and you fall into someone else's hands because you're looking for that comfort,
Yeah.
so you'll end up falling into the hands of the wrong person. This is what happens most of the times. And actually, breakups, they are very tough for everyone, whether you are in the right relationship or not. It is very tough for everyone, and for me it was so tough. And and you end up drinking more. When you have nowhere else to run to, you end up drinking more. When one guy breaks your heart, you end up drinking more, looking for something to comfort your heart. And when you are drinking in those clubs, that's where you find a guy who will,
another one.
yes,
another
who will give you a shoulder.
potential
And that's what you are
heartbreaker.
looking for, a shoulder to lean on.
Yeah.
But you don't know you are running to
Another potential heartbreaker.
yeah. Yeah. Siku hizi nasikia wanasema unachapwa character development. Yes, hiyo nilichapwa character development, and I developed a character. But
that character is what we are here to talk about today.
Yes, from there, so what happens? You lose your esteem, you lose your self-worth, and you find no worth in yourself totally, because you feel I am not good enough. You feel that there's no worth in me. I cannot do this. I cannot keep a relationship. I cannot. You see, at the same time, when you're doing these things, you're failing in your academics. You feel I am a failure. Your parents, now you're disappointing them because they are getting no results. So the parents now are condemning you. So your esteem gets very damaged, one thing after another, one failure after another. Because one mistake leads to another mistake. And now even at home, people are against, because you're not making it. You only bringing bad results. But I really thank my mom. Even now I know she's watching me. I really thank my mom because she worked with me. And even if I would make mistakes, she would still tell me, and I believe in you, Wamboy. I believe in you, Wamboy, and you're a beautiful girl, and I know you deserve so much. And these affirmation words really helped me walk through. But now I went after college. Yeah, I did my papers. But there's a time I moved in at my mom's place. That's when I did my last semester, and I did my papers, and I thank God for my mom, because I wouldn't go through with the college. But thank God, because now I still have those certificates, and they really helped me. And now from there, I got a job somewhere at the county, Nyandarua County. I got a job there, and I thank God for that job.
Before we get to the part of a job, you just said something important, the part of a parent when it comes to a child who is struggling with self-esteem, a child who is struggling with self-worth, a child who is also failing in academics or not keeping relationships. Also, a parent has a very important role to play. If you a parent, you can decide, I will discipline, I will condemn, but you don't know this child is also struggling. Unlike your mother, she continued, even though you are failing, she affirms, I believe in you. Even though you don't believe in yourself at that point, but she tells you, I believe in you. So you hang on her belief.
She planted a seed in me.
Wow, very, very important.
Yes.
She tells you, I love you.
Yes.
She tells you deserve more. So even though you are at a point where you feel I don't deserve anything, but my mom has told me I deserve more, so I'll continue striving. And that is very, very important. To parents, hope you have gotten that point. Very, very, very important. You've also touched something in your story that you are at a point where you've said I cannot keep a relationship. I have been failing. I am a failure. Sometimes this pushes you to young girls. This pushes you also when you get into the next relationship, even though it might be not the best one for you, even though it might be abusive, just because you've had a history where you cannot, you tell yourself I cannot keep relationships, so utakwamilia hii. You will,
Yes.
at all costs, even though it's not the best.
Yeah, now actually that's where I was coming to.
Yeah.
So when I got a job, but see, I've not healed.
Yeah.
I'm the same charity who had no esteem.
Yeah.
I'm the same charity. Now I'm working, I have a very good paying job, but I still have no self-worth in me. My esteem is very low, and that's why now I fell into this relationship. I'll talk about it, and
Sure. Tell us about
to me
it.
these are very, that I guess when I look back, this is the only relationship I can see maybe I was in, because the other relationships were nile tu utotoni. But now I fell into this guy who where do I begin?
Please just begin when you guys began.
Yeah, it's a long story, but what I'll say is I fell into a relationship where this guy, I felt he will care for me, he will take good care of me, he will love me, I will be okay with him, and I felt now I am safe. He felt me feel safe. After all these now damages I've gone through, now I felt now I'm safe. Someone will love me and someone will care for me. And this is where now I got the real heartbreak. Yeah. So
what happened?
it was in this relationship where now I faced abuse. And it started with emotional abuse.
How did it really come to manifest? What made you like
These relationships, they start with this person first. They make you really trust them. They make sure you're very dependent on them. And now they start using you, and because now they're in control of everything you do. I would even get paid and take all my money to him.
You work,
yes.
Unapata mshahara unampelekea.
Yeah, now I'll be there.
A dream of every month.
Yeah, he was one lucky guy, because I was the one who would pay for his bills, his drinks. Yeah.
Really?
Yes,
I
would do that.
You like sort him out, everything.
Yeah, I would pay his drinks and take care of him.
A chance of a lifetime. Okay.
Because he made me believe that he's the one who it's the only place where I'm safe and I'll feel really loved by him.
Yeah, it's the only thing in the world.
Yeah, when he realized he's in control of me. Yeah, this is where we make the mistake. When he realized he's the one in control of me, he made me. Now that's why he started manipulation. That's why he started criticizing me, humiliating me, and let me tell you, you just do crazy things. I don't even know why I don't know why I was in that relationship, but okay, and now I'm in a position to understand why.
When you look back.
But at that particular moment, everyone around me would wonder why I was in that relationship, because this guy would treat me very badly, even beating me up.
Give us a scenario, at least just one of the many scenarios, so we can understand really the things that are.
Well, a scenario like I would even mop the house, and he'll take the water and just pour it, the dirty water, pour it on me. Yeah.
Jesus.
Angeni slap, angeni chapa mateke, he'll do ile dhara beating. And then I would always justify and say that he's disciplining me. First I believe I'm not a good person.
You believe first that
my big sister would ask me, why would you allow this? And I would always justify by saying he's disciplining me. Actually, the guy would tell me he's disciplining me.
So you believe what he has
And
told you is true?
Yes, so all along I knew he's disciplining me. He loves me, but he wants to make me.
How old were you at this age? At this time?
Well, old enough.
But you've lived with your parents for these years, for this number of years.
Yes.
This guy has found your parents have molded you.
Yes.
Now he wants to begin discipline.
So I believe he wanted to mold me to the kind of a wife you'd want. And not ajanioa. Ajanioa, I'm just a girlfriend, you see.
Oh my
but
goodness.
I would believe that he wants to mold me.
Yeah.
And you see, now I know I'm not a good person.
Yeah.
Me myself, I know I'm not a good person.
You've already believed I am not a good person.
Yes.
So I've been made to become that good person.
Because he loves me and he don't want to
through beating.
So he would beat me and then he would tell me, you know how much I love you, I don't want to lose you. These are the kind of things an abuser tells the victim.
Oh, so
abuse is real.
So you end up making, like, believing these words and staying there.
Yes.
He still loves me.
Because I knew if I leave this guy, he will also die. He will commit suicide. He'd always tell me.
Those are the things he used to tell you?
Yes, he'll tell me if I move on with life, he will commit suicide. If I ever leave him.
So he had found a way, he devised a way to really keep you around.
Yeah.
He had really controlled you.
I would just stick there no matter what.
If I leave him, he will die.
Yes.
He is still disciplining me to become better.
Yes.
If I go, I am not good enough. I am bad.
Actually, in Mlongewa, I just felt some marks. I still have some marks in my mouth where I remember at this particular point. I don't know what I spoke. I just said and it offended him, and he took an opener. We were in the club and he took an opener and he was screwing it around my mouth.
With an opener?
Yes, and he would hurt me around the jaws here, and I was bleeding and he wouldn't do anything. You know, and I still went back to that relationship.
My goodness, I understand now.
And that's why I'm so interested in speaking about abuse, because I have been there and I know what I'm talking about. It's in scenarios mingi, I cannot even speak about them all. But
we've gotten the picture.
Yes.
Yeah, we've gotten the picture. So how did this relationship go about to this point that you are here? To the point that ukifika mahali ukatoka, so that because I know you have an amazing husband right now. I want you to take us there.
Very amazing,
yeah.
And I thank God for that. And it was not easy. Actually, those people who know me, they are still amazed that I am a family woman right now. But it is the work of God.
Sure,
God has really worked on me, and it's not easy for me to even talk about these things.
Yeah,
but I thank God because now I'm at a point where I'm healing.
Yeah.
I not say I'm healed, but I am healing and I'm overcoming this.
Healing is
because,
a process.
Yeah, it's a journey. And I've been in a very hurtful past, and especially in that one relationship where I would just get beaten. Hey, I remember one time I had decided now I'm moving out and I'm going home, and yani that guy alinikujia stage.
Umeamua unatoka, umebeba vitu zako.
I'm telling you, aliniekelea kwa mabega.
Alikubeba?
Yes. Hivi kama mzigo hivi. Ameshika miguu hivi. Kichwa iko akanirudisha.
Woo, with your things.
Yes, na alinitandika and I was locked there for almost a week.
Guys, these are the things young girls are going through in relationships. We think that
I would allow this guy to go to the club and drink and stepping on me, and I will squat down and he will step on me drinking. That's how low
he steps on you and drink.
And now drink a whole mzinga. I remember black and white was our drink back then. And he would drink a whole mzinga stepping on me, and then after that now he would carry me back
home.
Yes. That is how low my self-esteem was.
Wow.
So when I talk about esteem, I know what I'm talking about. I didn't have any worth in me. Yes. I didn't have any self-worth, any respect. I did not respect myself at all. Because no one would allow such things around.
For somebody to allow somebody to step on you.
Imagine. Like even a donkey is better.
You've taken yourself to be like a rag.
Yes, like a duster. And that's how, when you allow someone to abuse you, you have allowed yourself to be like a rag. or a duster,
Yeah.
you know. And let me tell you one thing, no one at that time would believe in me. Not because I've allowed the society to see me that way.
Yeah.
Even everyone in that village, in that town, they knew me that way, and no one would see any good in me.
Yeah.
You see?
That's why you say they don't even believe you're a family woman right now.
Yeah, they don't believe, you know. And then now from there, I thank God because what happened, I decided to move from that town. And let me tell you one thing, I had people who love me truly, and that is my family, and they really tried to talk me out of this relationship. They really tried to talk to me out of drinking, but I could not listen to them because I didn't think they know what they are saying. And for me, I was stuck into this relationship, and I'll tell you that bond is called trauma bond. It is a bond which you develop between the victim and the abuser, and it is very strong. And it was not easy to move out of that relationship.
I remember you talked about trauma bond in a certain video. Guys, if you have not watched that video, please go back to watch that video. It's
about trauma bond. I
Very,
talked
very
about the
informative.
stages,
Yeah.
and it was not easy for me to move out of that relationship. But let me tell you, the day I decided,
Tell us
this
how
is
it
I
happened.
love saying this, that your life will only change if you decide.
Yeah.
The day I decided as a person that I am going to change my life, that was the day things turned around in my life. I decided to take more courses. That is when I took actually a course on counseling. I took a course in counseling, and that's when I also took a course in beauty. I've also done beauty, and I decided to do some few courses to build my self-worth. You know, to build on myself. I took intentional decisions in my life.
I'm sorry to cut you short. The day you decided, how did it happen that you are in this relationship? You have told us you have painted the picture of this relationship that you are in, and you make a decision. Can you just please, in a few minutes, just take us how it really happened that you now?
Yeah. It was on this specific day that this guy knocked me down the stairs, and I was rolling down the stairs. Yes, and I really hit my head so badly. And on that day, that's when I realized, Charity, you're going to lose your life.
Honestly, you're
either going to lose your life, and this guy doesn't care, but your mom, your dad, your sisters, your brothers cannot live without you. They really love you. And now that's when I decided that I'm going to live. I'm not going to die this young. I also decided that, and also on that day, I also looked at myself and said, do I want to live a life as a cripple? I saw the consequences of this relationship. Now I sat down and saw it clearly. And on that time actually, it was a coincidence. On that time also, my dad had also decided enough is enough. He came for me also.
Your father came for you?
Yes, with a lorry, and my things were packed. My things were packed in a lorry without my consent, but I had already decided now that I want to move on with my life. No, actually, what happened, my dad came for me. Without my consent. I was not even in my house. They packed everything and moved them back home. So when I came back, I found the house empty.
So the things that were in that house were your things,
not
his things?
No, okay, actually we were not living together. Yes, I've never been married. Never been married before. Yes, we were not living together. Okay. That was my house.
He was coming to abuse you in your house?
Yes.
To beat you down the stairs in your house?
Yes, and I was the one paying rent. Remember, I was working. This is my house. Yes, I had everything. I was settled. I had everything, but this guy would come even beat me in my own house. And so my dad once came, and my mom and the landlord told them about how I get beaten up even during midnight. And my dad was like, one boy will die. And that is when he decided, I'll move my daughter from this town, and he took me back to Thika. And now when I was there, you see, it was not my decision to move. So I came to visit.
You're coming back?
Yeah, actually I came thrice.
The love of
and
a
every
father
time
has
I would
taken
come,
you from...
Yes, and every time I would come, I would still get beaten up. and I'll go back and come back again.
Be beaten again.
Yes. But now on this specific day, he threw me on the stairs, and I was really hit. I've told you about it, so let me not repeat. But that was when I decided I don't want this life again. And that was how I moved on. That was how I decided. Now, I didn't get saved at that particular moment, but that's how I moved on from that life. And when I moved to another town, that is where I got to know my husband right now. That is where no after like but that was like I went and took a course for like 1 year.
You moved to another town, then changed your life, did a
I
course.
went, I started taking some courses, one in counseling, one in beauty. I started doing them together. I had to be very busy so that I could not go back to drinking and to that relationship. I had to get myself very busy. From there, I established a business. Now, and I worked for about 1 year. And now when I was in that business, that's when I met now my husband.
How did it happen?
Now I'll tell you more of that.
All right.
Yes, I'll tell you more of that. How I met this wonderful guy who is now my husband. I really this is just how I realized that God loves me so much, and he's not tired of me, and he really wants to work on me, and that is how now I gave my life to Christ.
Okay.
Yes, and
before we get to that, just know this is a girl who has come from a very abusive relationship. One thing that happens to people that are being in such a relationship, you hate the opposite sex. You hate men. I don't know if it ever happened to you. You dislike, not like you hate, you dislike men, and you just want to get your life straight, make a decision. You have bad memories of relationship and bad experiences, and now you found this guy. How did you take it? Like first before, how did you just take it?
Yeah, that is why I said I took like 2 years break.
Yeah.
From that relationship, 2 years or even more, I took a break, and now because I didn't want any other relationship.
Yeah.
Actually, I used to say I will never get married. I'll never be in a relationship, and I put this very clear. I remember some people would always make fun and say I'm one of the sons in my home.
Yeah.
Because now
you will be like a son.
Yeah, I'll just be like a son, and I decided I will not get married. I'll live my life. Yeah, and that's it. But
so you found your husband. Like, how did you are in this place, umekata hutaki kuolewa umeishi, then all of a sudden you meet a man who is, and you're like, huh?
How I got my husband and how we fell in love, it's a very, very long story.
I just want you to give us a clip. Ulifilaje, you feel infringe your decisions.
Let me tell you shortly. And one thing, when I knew this guy, if you've not met him, he's one honest man, loving, caring. He's a man of God. He's saved. He ajaionja hata pombe.
Yeah,
I know. And so all these things at first they made me really doubt him, because I've never met a man such a man.
From which country?
I've never seen a man who was never drunk. Hapendi maneno wasichana nini. You know, me, I was like, I knew it's normal. A normal guy should have at least 3 or 4 women around him. So this there was a definition in me of a man.
Yeah.
So I didn't believe in this guy actually, and it really took him time. I guess it took him around 1 year to convince me
to believe in him.
Yes, to actually believe that he loves me or I can trust him.
Yeah, I understand.
You know, actually, actually, my mom told me, give this guy a chance.
It took your mom to.
He's not a bad person. Yes. Because for me, I'll tell you the truth, I didn't know that a man can be that good.
Yeah, you didn't believe that goodness can come from a man, and you're meeting a man who.
And another thing, the way he treated me, I did not think I deserved.
Oh yeah, because you have had experiences.
Yes. And the way he took the relationship, civil and measure, let me just say that.
Yeah.
There's the way I know a guy anakukatia.
Yeah.
There's the norm thing I knew. Now this guy is here and he has taken things
other way around.
I didn't think I deserved such a man. I didn't think I deserved the way he treated me. I didn't think I was worth, and I didn't think that such men exist. You know, and actually because we did a wedding, a church wedding.
Yeah,
I would
I was
always
there with you.
yes, I would always tell my best couple, don't you think this guy is masking, has a mask on him?
Yeah.
And maybe a few years in our marriage, the mask will fall off, and I'll realize it's not.
And I will
Yeah,
regret.
but thank God, 2 years up to now, I've realized it was not a mask.
Oh, glory to God.
Yeah, I
Glory
really
to
thank God. And it's a very beautiful story which I want to tell more.
Sure.
I'll tell you more about
Of
our
course, you will have
relationship,
to sit down on
but
it.
on our next
Episode.
on our next episode, I'll tell you more about that relationship, and also how I came to gain back my self-worth,
Yeah.
and everything that I had lost.
Sure.
How God gave me back everything that belonged to me, and now I am here.
Wow.
Yeah, but one small advice which I'll tell to
Please
everyone, that
tell our audience.
that affirmation is very important.
Sure.
Every time you wake up, look yourself in the mirror. It's good to have these affirmation words to yourself. Just look in the mirror and tell yourself beautiful words. Tell yourself of how beautiful you are. This has really helped me. It's a therapy.
Very important.
Even today, I still look at myself in the mirror and I tell myself, Wamboi, you're beautiful. Wamboi, I believe in you. You can do this. You're a strong woman. You're powerful.
Yeah.
You can talk. You're confident. These are the things that have helped me. And for today, I'll break this show here. Allow me to.
I will allow
But
you.
I'm really hoping we'll
Yeah.
get this episode again, and we will talk more of this.
Wow.
Thank you, and make sure to subscribe if you have not subscribed. Hit that bell, and also leave a comment on more of the topics you would want us to talk about.
Wow,
Thank you.
Thank you so much, our audience. What a lovely conversation. What an engaging and educated conversation. We look forward to our next conversation. You've just promised us an episode that will be so much informative. You will reveal to us the things that you did, or how you walked your journey to this confident woman that I know, to this a woman who believes so much in herself. What happened or transpired on the way that you have everything that you felt you could not have. Let's look forward to that conversation coming soon, and may God bless you. See you soon.